Today is a super exciting day because the van is done. It's finally done. So I'm going to show you how I finished up covering up some of the insulation with some carpeting, a few of the hinges on the doors, and just other little finicky things, how I did my curtains and all that kind of stuff. At this point, your van is built, so maybe this will just give you a bit of inspiration. It's done. Here it is. It's all done. So exciting. So I'll show you how I finished up a few things. So obviously a mirror, tied it up with a little piece of leather so it doesn't fly away there. I kind of mentioned this with the fridge earlier. Just if you do end up putting the fridge this way and you don't do it as a drop down through the top of a countertop, just make sure you kind of put it in here so that this fridge isn't going anywhere. If not, it'll slide out. And this piece of wood down here is just to level it out. But yeah, it works. That's exciting. Turns on. Oh yeah, got a fridge. And then yeah, a few of the cupboards here. So ended up putting this lovely piece of wood underneath the sink here. And of course, just for extra storage if I need it, I ended up turning it into a cupboard. So yeah, there's that. And then I left this little ledge here. That's where the bed goes. Don't want to forget about that. Tuck the stool away. So underneath here is where my water goes. And I did little kind of hinges here. That just kind of lock up nice. They're actually really tight hinges, so I'm not afraid of it just kind of opening. If it does happen to, I'll just put like a little latch between these two things. Over here, I've got this little cupboard. I ended up doing one of these little latches that just lifts up, and then you can open the cupboard. Got some storage in there. Nice thing about this one is when you close it, you can just kind of drag it, and it just naturally drops because it's actually, you can see it's drilled right into the floor there. And here is where I'll be storing all my clothing. This is the little stool that actually makes it so I can kind of just sit and use this as a countertop and I don't hit my head on the ceiling, so that's nice. We've got the back cupboard here. This is for all my food. Little hinge as well, just so it doesn't fly open while we're driving. It's pretty tight in there, so I don't need to put anything in here to keep it stopped here. But yeah, just a few little cupboards in there. Put some food and maybe put some of the plates and stuff up on the top so they don't break. Yeah, some storage up on the top there. That little ball of fabric, sorry for my finger there, is actually a curtain for the back. And there's some lights. Then tucked away behind here is all the kind of reflective insulations. I cut them for every single one of the windows just so I could block out any heat when it's super hot and I guess a little warmer. I did put a little fire extinguisher under here too. Sadly, these take up a bit of room, but they're kind of important. We've got the curtains, which are just on these little kind of wire tracks. The curtains, go check out the blog post because they're kind of reversible, which is nice. But I also put a layer of fleece inside them just to hopefully keep it a little warmer if I'm traveling in the wintertime or keep the cool air in. But yeah, I jokingly call them my window blankets. Yeah, and then there's the other one here for the side door, but I'll go in and I'll show you how I did that just because I actually put Velcro up on the top here. I don't know if you can see this. So once it goes along the rail, I can Velcro it up towards the top and show you that. In the front, we've got that lovely bench seat with all the storage I've showed you, and just a few little hooks back there so I can have my coat, have my toque there, some other stuff. I'll swing around the back. Hey. So we've got all the storage that's underneath, all the power, which is exciting. And yeah, check out the electrical video so you can see everything, but it is exciting. I don't know if you can see that, but it's full. Solar power is doing its job. And then on the back side here, I did end up packing that with insulation, like I mentioned, so it's not open anymore. In the back of the other videos, you'll see that, and ended up insulating this window kind of crazy here and getting that all done. So hopefully that keeps us warm and cool in the summer. But yeah, there it is. I'm just gonna hop inside and then I can show you kind of all these little finishing things with like the adhesive carpet and that kind of stuff. So give me 1 second. Actually, sorry, I'll just show you this now just because I have the back open and I'll be closing it up in a bit. But yeah, I don't know if you remember, but this was just exposed insulation here. So the roof just went and it was kind of that fancy shiny stuff. But yeah, I ended up, it's just adhesive carpet, which is kind of nice. And I just ran it straight across all the wood and covered up all the holes that were in there. And then from previous videos where I would be able to show you the floor that's underneath here, I just kind of actually wrapped it. It's kind of funny. There's a lot of little screws and nails that actually fell into a little hole here that are now underneath the van, and they are there to stay. So yeah, there's that, and then I'll show you the one at the front when I hop in. Alright, so here it is with all the curtains up. These are just Velcro. This back one has no, I guess, rod or a little wire piece that's holding up the curtains like at the front. So this one is just simply put on with like little pieces of Velcro. You can see them right back there. So yeah, I sewed Velcro onto all the curtains, and then everything is very well glued to the rest of the van, the other Velcro pieces. So yeah, that's the back curtain. And of course, if you're in a hot place, you can always put the reflex insulation into the windows just to keep it a little warmer or cooler or a little more privacy, whatever you need. You can see all the lovely carpeting around the outside just to cover up all that insulation that was exposed before. Same around this one. This was the best way I found to fix this, because if you have a minivan, there's like a huge knob sitting here. And yeah, so this just covered up nice, and it just stuck right to the wood to keep it all pretty. And here's the other curtain. So you can see without kind of, I guess, putting these little Velcro strips to stick it to the roof. Ooh, got in there tight. There's like a big gap between the window and the curtain rod. So this way it kind of strings along, because there's no way to really put this any higher. And then yeah, you can just kind of put the Velcro up and then close everything off, so it's nice and stuck there. And then I actually put another piece. You can see where I sewed it right here. It actually sticks to the door, so it just tucks in, so I'm not constantly hitting my head on the curtain, which could be kind of annoying. And then yeah, there's the front curtain, a little squishy in here. But it just hangs down, and then I just tuck this up here, and then if not, you can just kind of, I guess, open it up to the side and put a little tie here so it can be tied up after and keep it out of the way, so I'm driving and I can see out my windows okay. But yeah, little leather tie. That's the inside of the van. I'm excited. All the lights are working. It's going to be nice and cozy for Baron and I. So I'll do another quick video after this. It'll just, I guess, show exactly where I packed everything and how it all fit in. And I hope these videos are helping to provide a little bit of inspiration, or maybe saving some problem-solving issues you might be having. See you in the next video.